Welcome to Pigeon Health, the only channel where ancient wisdom meets modern pigeon care. I'm your host, and today we're traveling back 800 years to discover a medieval secret that could save your pigeon's life. Picture this. It's the year 1224 in a stone monastery somewhere in the English countryside. Brother Benedict, the monastery's herbalist, notices that the messenger pigeons are struggling to breathe. These weren't just any pigeons. They carried vital messages across kingdoms. Their health was literally a matter of life and death. Brother Benedict didn't have modern veterinary tools, x-rays, or antibiotics. But he had something we've forgotten: centuries of plant knowledge passed down through generations. And his secret weapon was a humble yellow flower that grew wild near the monastery walls. Today, you're going to learn exactly what Brother Benedict knew: how to diagnose respiratory problems in pigeons using nothing but your eyes, ears, and this forgotten medieval herb called Coltsfoot. Coltsfoot, or Tussalago farfara, wasn't just any medieval remedy. Archaeological evidence shows it was used by ancient Greeks, Romans, and throughout medieval Europe specifically for respiratory ailments. The name itself tells the story. Tussus means cough in Latin, and ago means I drive away. Medieval monasteries were the hospitals of their time. Monks like Brother Benedict were the first veterinarians, and they discovered something remarkable about Coltsfoot that modern science has now confirmed. It contains mucilage compounds that act as natural expectorants and anti-inflammatory agents. But here's what makes this truly special. Medieval texts describe a specific diagnostic method that we've lost. They didn't just give the herb blindly. They had a systematic way of identifying exactly which respiratory problem each pigeon had. The medieval three-sign system was brilliant in its simplicity. First, they observed breathing patterns. Second, they listened to specific sounds. Third, they examined the eyes and beak area. This wasn't guesswork, it was sophisticated medieval veterinary science. Now let me teach you the medieval diagnostic method, updated with what we know today. This three-step process will help you identify respiratory issues before they become life-threatening. Step 1, the breath pattern analysis. Medieval monks noticed that healthy pigeons breathe 25-35 times per minute at rest. Count your pigeon's breaths for 60 seconds. If it's over 40, that's the first red flag. But here's the medieval trick. They also looked at the chest movement. Shallow, rapid breathing with pronounced chest movement indicates upper respiratory distress. Step 2, the sound signature. This is where medieval knowledge truly shines. They identified 4 distinct respiratory sounds. The wet rattle, indicating mucus buildup. The dry wheeze, suggesting airway inflammation. The clicking sound, pointing to upper respiratory infection. And the silent struggle, often the most dangerous, where the pigeon breathes heavily but silently. Step 3, the eye-beak examination. Medieval texts describe examining the area around the eyes and nostrils for specific signs. Clear, thin discharge might indicate viral infection. Thick, yellow discharge suggests bacterial problems. Swelling around the eyes often points to sinus involvement. Now here's the medieval secret that modern veterinary medicine has validated. Timing is everything. Brothers like Benedict knew that respiratory symptoms in pigeons follow predictable patterns. Early morning symptoms often indicate bacterial infections. Evening symptoms usually point to environmental irritants. Constant symptoms suggest chronic conditions. The medieval preparation method was ingenious. They harvested young leaves in early spring when mucilage content was highest. They never used the flowers alone, always combined leaves and flowers. And here's the crucial part. They prepared it fresh, never dried, because drying reduces the active mucilage content by up to 7. Here's the exact medieval formula, tested over centuries. Take 5 to 7 fresh coltsfoot leaves and 2 to 3 flower heads. Crush them gently, don't pulverize, to release the mucilage. Add just enough warm, not hot water to create a thick paste. The water temperature is critical. Too hot destroys the active compound. For pigeons showing the wet rattle respiratory symptoms, medieval monks administered one small drop of this mixture twice daily, placing it directly on the bird's tongue. For dry wheeze symptoms, they diluted the mixture and offered it as drinking water replacement for 3. The results were remarkable. Medieval records show 80% improvement rates within 3 to 7 days. Modern veterinary studies on Coltsfoot confirm similar success rates for mild to moderate respiratory conditions in birds. Now, crucial safety information that Brother Benedict would have known instinctively. Coltsfoot contains small amounts of pyrrolizidine alkaloids, compounds that can be harmful in large doses or with long-term use. Medieval herbalists solved this with their rule of sevens: never use for more than 7 days, never more than 7 drops total per day, and wait 7 days between treatments. Modern veterinary advice aligns perfectly with medieval wisdom. Use only for acute respiratory symptoms, never as a preventive measure. If symptoms persist beyond 5 days or worsen, consult an avian veterinarian immediately. Also, never combine with other respiratory treatments without professional guidance. Medieval monks learned this through careful observation over decades. What Brother Benedict discovered 800 years ago in that English monastery, we've now validated with modern science. The medieval 3-step diagnostic method, breath pattern analysis, sound signatures, and eye beak examination, remains one of the most accurate ways to assess pigeon respiratory health at home. And Coltsfoot, this humble yellow flower that grows in waste places and along roadsides, continues to be nature's gentle but effective respiratory remedy. But remember, we're not just using an herb, we're applying centuries of refined knowledge about timing, preparation, and dosage. In our next video, we'll explore another medieval secret: how Byzantine Empire's bird keepers used wild oregano to treat eye infections in their prized messenger pigeons. It's a fascinating story involving palace intrigue and a plant that grows in your backyard. If this ancient wisdom helped you understand your pigeon's health better, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because there are 49 more forgotten secrets waiting to be rediscovered. Share your own experiences in the comments. Have you tried medieval herbal remedies? I read every comment and often feature viewer questions in future episodes. Until next time, remember, sometimes the oldest knowledge is the most powerful. Keep your pigeons healthy, naturally.